Welcome back to my one pot anti-inflammatory rice around the world series. For episode 10, I am in Morocco, not actually in Morocco, but the inspiration for this week's dish is Morocco. I'm making chicken tagine and I am pairing it with basmati rice. Tagine is such a classic in Moroccan cooking. It is cooked slowly with lots of rich spices, often made in that beautiful clay pot. I am using cast iron for my version. And as a Jamaican, I have to say, I connect that to that idea of one pot doing everything, keeping all the flavors together. And as always, we're keeping the soul of the dish, but giving it an anti inflammatory twist. We're using olive oil instead of heavy fats, plenty of onions, garlic, ginger, pepper. This week's vegetable is zucchini and carrots. Well, now that we've added all of the ingredients to the marinade, put your back into it. Get that all nice and marinated. Get all of the spices all into the chicken, and let that sit. Let the chicken sit for about an hour just to get the flavor in. And then before you know it, it's time for you to fry the chicken. We're not deep frying the chicken actually. We're just kind of making it a little bit slightly brown because I just prefer to have my chicken looking brown instead of really white. So the first thing we're going to make is the turmeric rice, and that includes some olive oil, garlic, ginger, and all of the other spices: paprika, turmeric, ground black pepper, some salt, and coriander, cumin. All of that will go into the oil, and then we will add the washed rice into that combination. Cook that down for a bit. Then we'll add some water and cover and let that cook for about 10 minutes. So for me, this series is about taking rice from backyard to the world, respecting each place, and adding my little anti inflammatory twist. Now, would you try this at home with me? Tell me in the comments. So at this point, we are now searing the chicken thighs that has been marinating for about an hour. We're not fully frying these chicken thighs. We are simply having them brown, the skin really brown just a little bit. Of course, you could do any type of meat you like, but for me, I'm making chicken thighs and I am browning them slightly, not a lot. Here I'm just adding some additional spices because I realized that I'd used some of it in the rice, and so I wanted to add some more. At this point, we're adding the olives. We're also adding the lemon slices as well, and the zucchini, the carrot, all of the vegetables. So everything is there. You're tasting it, making sure it's all good, and cover it and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Let's give it a try.